8-year-old, but a little bitty one, attaches themselves to a lovey, then parents get smart and they end up getting multiple loveys that are identical, because otherwise it's a disaster. I'll tell you something super funny and then I'll read this. One of my girlfriends in college had this gingerbread man, all right, and it was from the story, The Gingerbread Man. And so the gingerbread man was this stuffed gingerbread man, and he had a little felt hat, a little red felt hat, and he had a little red vest. And then the gingerbread man was permanently in a pose like this, as if he was running. And my friend was in like middle school or high school, she was 12, 14, and her parents, the gingerbread man had been just worn out, and so gingerbread man had been, and he had a name, but I don't remember what it was, but he'd been sewn back together over and over and over again, and he'd been repaired and fixed, and finally, my friend Jen came home one day from school, and the gingerbread, Benny was his name, and Benny had been replaced with a new Benny, but the new Benny was brand new, red plastic hat, and Jen was like, did you think I wouldn't notice that? Oh, we had this new Benny, so she made her parents get the old Benny back, and now she has 2 of them.
When I was little, I still have it. It's like this stuff.
It is funny. It is funny. Okay, let's read this, and then y'all gonna all take turns, because I'm gonna read and Caroline's gonna read a funny one. Okay, so this is Nuffle Bunny. Not so long ago, before she could even speak words, Trixie went on an errand with her daddy. Trixie and her daddy went down the block and through the park, past the school, and into the laundromat. Trixie helped her daddy put the laundry into the machine. She even got to put the money into the machine. And then they left. Bad news. But a block or so later, Trixie realized, look at her eyes. Trixie realized something. Trixie turned to her daddy and said, "Abble, flabble, flabble." "That's right," replied her daddy. "We're going home." Look at her eyes. "Abble, flabble, flabble," said Trixie again. "Flabble, flabble, won't be flappy." "Now please don't get fussy," said her daddy. Well, she had no choice. Trixie bawled. She went boneless. At our house, we call this when the child thinks they weigh 300 pounds.
300 pounds for the screams.
She did everything she could to show how unhappy she was. Oh, this is one of my favorites. By the time they got home, her daddy was unhappy too. Look how he's having to carry her. As soon as Trixie's mommy opened the door, look at her eyes. As soon as Trixie's mommy opened the door, she asked, "Where's Nuffle Bunny?" You know Trixie's going, "I told you. I tried to tell you." The whole family ran down the block, and they ran through the park. They zoomed past the school and into the laundromat. And all those people have no idea what a crisis this is. Trixie's daddy looked for Nuffle Bunny, and looked, and looked, and looked, and all the clean laundry is now lying on the floor of the laundromat. But Nuffle Bunny was nowhere to be found. I know.
She looks hilarious.
I know. And the little face.
And her face sticking out. It looks like it's a boy. I know.
So Trixie's daddy decided to look harder. So he throws all the clothes on the floor until Nuffle Bunny! And those were the first words Trixie ever said.
Looks like he's a boy.
No, it's so sweet. It's so sweet. All right.